welcome to Rock Bottom. What are we looking at? We're looking at watermelon premium malt beverage from Minhas Minhas Craft Brewery. They're in Monroe, Wisconsin. It weighs in at 12%. At least it's not for local. You know, right off the bat, they tell you about all the bad things. Let's see, it's artificial flavor and FD&C red number 40. I mean, why not? And after all, water causes cancer in California. Oh, just look at that. I know this is just going to be great. Okay, so sorry, I almost died today, but it's look at professionalism here. Even though I almost died, I'm still here for you guys, all 4 of you. Ever say to yourself, at what point do you just pack up the tent and go back to the fake moon landing set that's been sitting there? It just smells just like, I'm not sure what the hell that smells like, so let's just taste it. Oh God. Wow. Okay. Hang on. Plan B. Whew. Okay. Change of plans. I'm going to be switching over to flask number 143. Last time we visited this was actually quite a while ago. It was before the whole dry thing. It was the day that I came out dry. And it was 142. And this was an Indian single malt that I gave a 10 to. Yeah, it was really good. It was I don't even know why I'm even trying to tell you what it is. Piccadilly Dry single malt. I don't know how NIHAP finds this shit. I couldn't even find out. It's like everybody brought up all these reviews and stuff on it, but I couldn't find any local information or what a bottle of it costs. The only price I found was 40 for like Sharky. You know, whatever he pays, I don't know. Probably, I know he sucks dicks for favors. I don't know. And I invited him here. Okay, let's get our pour on. I was making it moist. Wow, very dark. Right off the bat, I instantly think bourbon. Hey, I'm sterilizing this glass. I think the glass will make it. That was just horrific. It tastes, I don't even know what the hell it tastes like. Some kind of a chemical bonding agent or something. Whew. First thing that happened is all the hairs in my nose curdled. It has almost a partial like linen, you know, like fresh linen, like when clothes comes off the line when it's outside. A light oakiness, vanilla. It's actually smells pretty good. Look at, oh, and that whole time as I was sitting there, it's got legs. It's got legs. Knows how to use them. Okay. Cheers, my small group of how you can dedicate the time. All I can say is thank you and cheers. Has to be a whiskey. I'm not sure on the bourbon anymore. There's a sweetness to it. Ooh. Not that I'm really... The only thing I've been doing any mix on lately is this, which says it's for mix. Glenmorangie, made for mixing single malt scotch. I've had that in a 1 or 2 ginger ale, Sprites. This is... Wow. NIHOP? What was the question, NIHOP? Not even sure what the hell this even is. I'm out of my whiskey game, you know. It's like they say you can get back right on the, you know, get back on the wagon right away. I mean, it just flows across your... This is like dangerous. Yeah, I often like to pour myself a big glass of linen. If this is high octane, I'd lick out her butthole. Okay, this is not how to do that anyway. Wow. Damn. Talk about a sipping. I mean, unless it turns out that this is hiding some kind of a proof level, this is the kind of shit that everybody else is drinking like 100 proof, 100 and something else, and you're back there staying side by side with them, and they're going, damn, that man's got some prowess. But turns out it's like 10% or something. Kind of a nice, almost like a subtle burnt wood on the. I know if you're new to this shit, some of the descriptors people are like going, yeah, it's okay. I'm good. I've had my fair share of burnt tire in my life, and some fresh linen and some burnt ass fucking firewood. Screw that. First was Smile Money saying first. Hector says big whoop, whatever. I farted. You know, you must have a lot of gas. I mean, I'm sure like a bunch of air is being pushed up there and eventually it has to come back out, but holy shit, talk about I mean, you brag about farting more than Miles farts. Clyde says second. Smile Money says first, second close. And he says first, second, and all gravy, baby. Ugh. Oh, excuse me. And somehow I managed to lose the brand new whiskey book. So, because obviously memory isn't a thing top on my list, it was challenged. I won't get into it, but it was challenged yesterday, and all I got was the. I have no recollection of those events, and I got that figures. Honestly, I don't. Call me out on shit. If it's nothing else, I mean, if you can't handle the honesty, then I ain't saying anything at all. But when I don't fucking remember, and I say I don't fucking remember, oh, isn't that convenient? Yeah, that would be convenient. I wouldn't remember doing that either the next day either. Hector says moo. Multi-Gunman says, beer leads to public nakedness, which leads to handcuffs, which leads to bail money. Wonder if he's speaking from experience. Mike says, cheers. Cheers, Mike. Hector says, just recognize... what? None of Eric's sex kittens are with him today? Yeah. Trust me. When the two of them watch this and say, oh, Eric just says mean things about us when we're not... No. See, this is like frickin' my time. And when the two of them tag team me all the time, I go slowly insane. Now, on the other hand, it's kind of self-inflicted because I believe I sought out both of them to, come over and join me. Yesterday I was not here because I was not here. I was going to do a brew review with Matt. And as a matter of fact, it was his day off, and he's like going, well, boss. It's one thing when he calls me boss. If he fucking calls me kid one more time, on the show I'm Billy the Kid. Sorry, that shit stuff kind of put me in a fall mood, but I'm working on it. Sterilizing is good. You should always properly sterilize, but this is weird. I guess I'm sticking somewhat in the bourbon department because it's really not fitting Scotch, but if this is bourbon, I have a new love interest in bourbons. Yesterday I was going to do a brew review with Matt, and I texted him when I was on my way home, and I texted him when I was home, and then I texted him that I was ready, and I never heard from him. So then Sam, who took her motorcycle to work with her yesterday, so she's happy. She says the brakes have never worked as well as they're working now, and it never high idled, and said the only thing that died on her once, after I rejetted and rebuilt the carbs, it seemed like it was really revving, like it was like 1300, and the Yamaha says that it should be right around 1,000, no more than 1,100, and so I turned it down, and I think I'm a tad bit below 1,000. So. But she wasn't quite sure. I couldn't get the fuel filter that was under it, that was as hard as a frickin' rock, and the clear line and clear filter were yellow from age and brittle, and it broke when I lifted up the tank, and I couldn't get the one that I wanted. Nobody locally had one, so I had to order one. In the meantime, I bought an inline filter, just like the same exact one that goes in Vivian, but of course Vivian is in a straight line because Vivian doesn't have a gravity feed to the carbs. Vivian actually has a fuel pump. And so I put that on there, and it forced the line to kind of stick out past your knee, and if it wasn't just perfect, it wanted to look like it was kinking, and so she goes, I don't know, maybe the line got kinked and it ran out of fuel or whatever, but I got a hold of it's a 90-degree filter so that it can come up out of the carbs and make the turn at the filter and go straight into the petcock. Yes, John Solar, just a fast story in case John's listening. John Solar got thrown out of a hardware store when he asked where they kept the petcocks. We're going to have to ask you to leave. And he goes, Jesus, this is a hardware store, right? Petcock, it's a real... Sir, he goes, fine, get your manager to come over here so I can explain this to him. Sir, can I help you? I'm looking for a petcock. There's the door, you got to go. Petcock. It's a fucking valve on a fuel tank. How can you be in charge of a hardware store and... Oh, by the way, just to piss off a lot of people, including Mr. Solar, guess what? Evidently, you are now expected to tip when you go to the self-checkout. I'm sorry, I've said the exact same thing to a person at the grocery store as John did to a manager at a Walmart when they said, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir, you're going to have to use the self-checkout." And he's like, "Oh, really? Do I work here?" "No." "Then why am I going to do what you guys should be doing?" Same thing I said. I'm sorry. I am not an employee. I cannot do the self-checkout. I mean, are you going to pay me? So, I mean, as is, we're already one of those liberal fucking loser states that were like 5 cents for every bag. Okay, so I went to the produce area and I put all of my fresh veggies into plastic bags. Then I went to the meat department and I bought some meat that was sealed in plastic. Then I went to the cheese area. You guessed it, cheese was wrapped in plastic. And then I went to the frozen section and I picked up some corn in a plastic bag and some frozen strawberries so I could make some drinks later in a plastic bag. But now when I get to checkout, you want to charge me 5 cents for every fucking plastic bag. Like I've already bitched about before. I looked at the one girl and I said, "So when are we going to be charged to keep the lights on in here? Are we going to get charged if you have the air conditioning running this summer? Oh, are we getting nice clam. Are we getting charged for heating the store? So why all of a sudden are you now charging for plastic bags?" It's called overhead. It's already been figured in. So now you're double dipping. But plastic is being used everywhere else. Sir, you can just have the bag. That wasn't the fucking point, but okay, thank you. Rich Huff says, "Cheers all." Cheers, my Richie Poo. Poco says, "Well, there's that, whatever it was." I have no idea. Salty Shellback, who I've already been in communicado with here during the intermission. "If you ain't naked, you ain't trying hard enough." Tardisia says, "On your mark, get set, naked." And even though that Tardisius did not ask for it, I feel as one, and I'm not even kidding, one of my oldest, and I mean duration that I've known him, I have no idea because Tardisius is like one of the most secretive individuals. I have not known very many people on YouTube as long as I've known him, and yet I think I tried to give him my phone number once and he didn't have any part of that. We're just, I can appreciate the secretness. He appears to have a home. I know where it is, but maybe this is all just a front. If the wind blows, it all falls down like a Hollywood set, and he's actually 3.5 miles straight down in a secret bunker. Tardisius, in all honesty, this would not come as a surprise at all. A man of mystery. But this is a man who loves knives and Zippos and great movies and TV shows. If his one flaw is a really noisy thing, I cannot deny him of it. So, having said that, you have been warned. In 3, in 2, in 1. Ah, fuck, it happened again. Hold on. He plans for this. Oh, Tardisius. Cowbell down. Oh, hang on. I can fit. See, this one is the one that broke already, and then we had to wire tie it. So we just, yeah, we can. We don't need NASA for this. Actually, if NASA did it, they'd fake the bell fixing. It's who else has clicked on some weird shit on the internet? Because I am part of a flat Earth group. Oh my God! If the problem is there's just enough stuff that gets questioned where you start to go. And then you got Cobra who goes, it's not a flat Earth, it's hollow. There's, that's where the lizard people are. Stop freaking me out, man. Smile money. You were right. They were pelicans. Matt, once again, less than accurate. Smile money. Well, you can't try that reverse image of Facebook at the moment. See, I'm not trying to be obstinate, but she's good, but it's raining, and it's obviously one of those, that thing, those pools. Oh, God. See, that's the same. She's got the same freaking shirt that I was wearing, except for, it looks like big titties and nipples. I'm impressed. The quality of some of these shirts. Meanwhile, fresh in the news, all of a sudden the Biden administration is embracing something that they ripped on Trump about. And then I haven't been following the news. Evidently lost a lawsuit against some woman that sued him and she's getting $4 or $7 million. When you have that much money, you hire a guy, say for $3 million less to, that's money well spent. This is why I should never be a rich guy, because I am a problem solver like that. How do you cut your debt in half? Magic trick. Where'd she go? I don't know. Poof. Oh, I got a package in. I should probably, just in case he's like tugging something. I mean, on the tug. I should probably, okay, Flask 143, right? See what I mean? It's like, 10 years ago, I don't fucking know what I did 3 days ago. And you're questioning my sanity? Yes. Turkey, yes. Flask number 143. I think it's a bourbon, and it's a really good bourbon, period. It's sweet. And I'm on the fence of like a solid 9 for a sippin' whiskey here. Okay, got a package in. I have so much shit on order, but this is from Fun Surplus. My name is spelt normal. Time-sensitive material. Uh-oh. What time is it? Angry... Someone's trying to kill me. Angry Beaver Spicy Snack Blend. Taste the fury. Hey, you want to hear what it sounds like when Christine laughs upstairs? Watch this. Okay, I'll let you know when she reads it. Nice Tatillion. Smile money. Well, you can't try. Oh, sorry. I'm not even sure what that means. Okay, she hasn't read it yet. She hasn't read it yet. Hector? D6? Oh my God, seriously? D6 was already called. It was a hit, and it was like a fucking month ago. Sharky says, that's the hit that started this frenzy, my feline friend. And then he says, okay, I'll change it, laugh out loud. Too late. Gun Glutton, I really want a new 4.25 inch Colt Anaconda. I know you're a fan of the Colts, and I can't fault you. I can't fault you at all. No, she still has not read it. I wouldn't mind having one, but seriously, I am on a fight. I am on a self-inflicted firearm frenzy freeze. Something's gonna have to happen, like working some unexpected side hustle or whatever. I'm not going to sell a single frickin' thing I have. Just putting that just taking that off the table right away. But I do stupidly still want the Hellion, and I'm sort of on the fence of not adding anything to it other than a sling. And thinking, if you're close quarters, open sights are all you really need. Practice with the damn open sights. Not going to be hanging lights, lasers, magnifiers. The only thing that I originally thought about was one of the two things I've purchased from Matt. Either the little guy, because it's a little guy, or the green dot. Other than that, I don't want to overwhelm. I want it as a line of defense. Again, a close quarters device. Why are you doing a bullpup? Because I want something as big as possible. Nope, she still hasn't read it. Do I have to send something else? Come, it's like, check your phone. Yes. Redneck, aka BAD. Greetings, Captain. Greetings, my brother. Then he says, are you going to start doing Bloody Sunday again? Yeah, I guess one way or another. The shit is stacking up. I don't even know what we've reviewed and what we haven't. Of course, if it was reviewed on the other channel, it was never reviewed. Then he says, when our government is here for you, that's the last time you're ever seen. Pretty much. And anybody that thinks it's otherwise, you're a fool. And you are not part of my thought process plan. You are the disposable American. Oh, our government cares about us. No, they don't. Our government is here for you. No, they're not. Our government here is to overregulate, overtax, overburden, make you their fucking little slave. And so many people are willing to be part of it. I, on the other hand, am not. And you've got to pick your battles and start where you can. What? Radio silence? I thought we'd hear you from down here. Okay, we gotta try some, I guess. Have me a little bit more of this. Wow. Let's see, spicy sriracha trail mix. Oh, come on. It's spicy nuts. Sriracha's not hot. Well, right off the bat, it's made for people that obviously want to be healthy and not have a heart attack. It's I would say it's got to be pretty damn close to 0 for sodium. Fiber, sugar, protein, sodium, 7%, 172 milligrams. Now that would be per serving, or is that for the whole bag? I don't see anything about what a serving size is. It doesn't give a serving size. Oh no, quarter of a cup is a serving size, and they figure there's about 7 servings, so 7 times 172, so just shy of 1400 was that milligrams of sodium for the whole bag. Oh, there's a sodium. Sodium is on these guys. So, there's me holding my nuts. It's tasty. I wouldn't say it's hot. We could play a little game. Thank you, whoever sent that. Angry Beaver. I don't care who you are, that's funny. Rich, the outro babe was worth the wait. Even though you had to suffer through me. EMT, no hidden text to confuse you while reading, so I will say the infamous E3. E3. That's a hit, and it is sunk. I didn't even realize I put it in E3, but I guess Din Scourge has been off his game lately. That's it. That puts Sharky with 2 down and EMT with 3 down. Hell, it's been so long I don't even know what the frickin' offerings are. Oh, we'll get back to that. Yeah, this there can't be any alcohol in this. Oh, and Sunday, me and Christine are starting the cleanse, following Shackley's recommendation. So, well, within reason, just Mrs. Nyhap, if you're listening, or Mr. or if Nyhap shows or plays you this at the 34-minute mark, we're gonna do our best. There's things on there. I'm sure alcohol is a no-no. The non-dairy creamer in the coffee is a no-no. But come on, man. I mean, if we can do, say, at least 95% of conformity, I think that's good. So it's going to be vegetables and the cleansing kit itself, and it runs 7 days. I'll have to see how it goes. Last time we did this, I personally just kept it up. I mean, I'll see. I'm right now, as part of full disclosure that nobody gives a flying shit about, I feel like when I step on the scale, I should see something terrible, and yet I'm the same thing I was yesterday, I'm the same thing I was a week ago, I'm the same freaking thing I was a month ago, which my goal is 30 pounds less than that. I would, actually 31. I would love to see 199. Fuck you, Hector. Then Ian. Sharky says, wondering if the unused spot was used. Well played. EMT says back, if it was used, the boats would be touching tips. And I think that's like Eric placing them in the outer rim. God, you guys, pick up on this. Well, we've been doing this long enough. Yeah, I don't know if now that he's pointed it out, I don't know if I've ever had a ship touching a ship. Because in my mind, that's a liability. You might be hunting and get one here. And then you might get one there. And then next thing you know, you've run both ends, and it still has, or you still haven't sunk something. What's going on here? So yeah, I don't like the outer rim, but that's a great area to play. I did not realize I put that in E3, by the way, and absolutely yes. If I hear ding dong and I open the door and she wants a penis and a cup of sugar, I will comply. Cheap old gun guy, speaking of wild mind or lack thereof. McLean? Hey Jeremy? Is this guy bothering you? McLean? Moobs goes the dynamite. McLean? I like Wade. He looks after everybody. Wade says, I like you too. McLean, Eric, don't you think you're being a bit of a witch tonight? Cheer up sugar tits, all one word. McLean. McLean. Be up in a moment. McLean, hey honey. Bring up a roll of toilet paper, please. I'm stuck in the shitter. Guess I'd have to yell a little louder. There's a whole nother floor. Wait, the Founding Fathers would be lining up most of the government bureaucrats along with a large part of the elected government against a wall. Yes, they would. And yet, look at where we are. If you even make that comment, all of a sudden our government is trying to make it so that even making comments like that or posting memes or whatever on Fagbook or thereabout, you could be in violation of the law. So, where is our freedom of speech? Where are the things granted to us by our founding fathers? Where are the constitutionalists? Where? Why are these motherfuckers not being executed just for not following what they swore to do, and that was to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America? I'm sorry, I speak for our founding fathers. I speak for the Constitution when I say, if you do not uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, you should be hanging until dead. I'm happy with a firing squad. I'm happy with whatever means we do to execute you for not standing up for the Constitution of the United States of America. And if me saying that is somehow offensive and you think it's a step too far, then I'm sorry, but you have now become sheep and part of the problem. if we all stood up for the Constitution of the United States of America, we'd never be where we are. I've already said, I can't remember, I wish I could remember his name, that one of the oldest piece of shit members of our government goes, wait a second, why would you have an AR? Well, sir, mainly to execute you for your overreach, your overstep, your tyranny. If we are not in tyranny right now, then what are we in? Our founding fathers were hanging people and executing people for a lot less than what we are under right now. And yet somehow, oh my God, you broke community guidelines. Could you put your finger in her butthole? Well, you were standing up for the Constitution of the United States of America. Any entity that doesn't stand up for the Constitution of the United States of America, you already know where they are. WokeTube has already done everything it can to hide everything about Hunter Biden. You couldn't, and now it looks like it's about to be round number 2 up in Canada, eh? About bringing back the, you know what? Sharky, you might just want to get over here now and hang out. But, of course, if shit goes down, then you won't be able to get home. Hey, you can remote work. I mean, there is that whole daughter thing and all, but it'll be okay. You're over here with guns and shit. Jolson, we need more cowbell. Yes, sir. Jolson, we need to find this magic location, baby. I do not want to have to drive hours on the weekend, and I know that's the part that sucks, but, you know, hanging out with Grizzly Adams of the trucking world, you know, might be worth it. But I have to find some distance. I also have to put a little money aside and get some brass and talk Mikey into loading me up some ammo. You know, it's weird. A 10 millimeter really likes like Blue Dot. That's a really fast powder. Yet these long range rifles like slow powder. I mean, like I said, I've got the chemistry list from John. He said if you can get Mikey to load you up some. If I can pull it off, now you're in the $3 a shot range, cutting it in half. And I trust Mikey's ammo making a lot. I mean, if I have to, I don't know. I have done a lot of research after the fact. I will admit after the fact, but the 7mm Psalm is one. I read an article on a guy from Guns and Ammo, and he's done all of the above. He's like tried just about everything that's out right now, and he actually settled on the Psalm on that round. He says it's probably one of the easiest on loading. Now, I've never done a rifle round. And for something like this, I wouldn't even want to make, by myself, even pretend I know what I'm doing. But evidently, for whatever reason, the 7mm Psalm round is one of the most user-friendly for reloading. And like I said, John goes in the $3. I mean, I can get John to do it. I mean, John's son, Sean, for $3 a round. Basically, I just have to send the supplies, either that or talk to him about what I get for. I mean, obviously, if I send him all the supplies, it's not happening. But I think it was if I send him the dies and nothing else, we should be at $3 a round. That's acceptable for something like this. This round is actually regarded, at least by this gentleman at Guns and Ammo, as the basically the ultimate. Everything from extreme long-range hunting to precision competition shooting. So, and, you know, if I really wanted to, I could possibly take it to the next step and move it from like the chassis that it's in into something that looks more tactical. But right now, I really like it just the way it is, and the fact that John purpose built this gun to live in the mile or more. That's 1,752 yards. I'm obviously going to have to learn a lot more about scopes, because I put 1,000 yards into my ballistics calculator and it's off the reticles inside that scope. So, and my ballistic software actually has that scope as an offering, so I was able to put in 168 grains, 1,000 yards with the Vortex scope, and I was like, yeah, obviously it's this is going to be, I think it's like 32 minutes. This is where, when I had the opportunity before they really started to blow up, to get the scope base that John has, because you can I don't know if it's a 100 minutes that you can dial out of this thing to make up for your scope. But if you really want to see some bizarre shit and you're wondering what the hell did they see, go look at like Mark and Sam After Hours. When he's like shooting beyond 3,000 yards, you're like, how in the hell does he not see his barrel? Because the barrel's aiming like this and the scope is aiming like that, and that guy's a monster for shooting. I would never want to piss him off, because you'd never ever see it coming. Tom, are you looking for more cat pictures? No. Sharky, cheers all. Catching up time. Work got in the way and gotta be a challenge. Read more. Thanks, Miles. That was on the Blueberry Crumbled Darkness. Again, until I say otherwise, Sharky's on that. 4110. Oh, yeah. 4110. Let's take a little looky. No, there's a firm... No. Oh my god. That bitch is a felon. She's got a brace on that rifle, and I so don't give a fuck. I just watched a video, ATF agents, and he's like, they were there to collect their fast resetting trigger, and he goes, you do realize that in order to do what you're doing, it needs to be a law, just not shit that you make up. So, don't want to sound like an asshole, but we're done here. I am not giving you anything. I am not admitting to anything. And we are done talking. Good day. Bye-bye. Tyranny. Overreach. Oh my God. We have to come for your thingy on the back of your God-given constitutional rights weapon. Founding fathers didn't say, oh, if we ever go beyond flint and ball, we need to renegotiate. No. Our founding fathers were pretty adamant that you shall have a firearm. If your piece of shit government, deep state fucking losers, tries to take all of your rights away, you and them. But of course you have to have less sheep, more Americans. We need more Americans. I would like this ended in a peaceful way, but our deep state, our Soros, our Obamas of our government just want to keep taking and taking and taking and relying on all of you brain dead sheep to fill the masses of, oh, You don't need automatics. You don't need magazines that hold so many rounds. You don't need a caliber above a certain size. Sorry. Fuck you. A fuck you. Sharky, still on the wrong video. Hey Miles, check out Magpul's modular rifle case insert system. Your foam might be the best, but it ain't modular. E needs modular as he changes stuff on a weekly basis. Me and Sharky have gone over this. He sent me the links. Indeed, it is a... You could use the same case for every rifle in your collection. There's nothing cut. It's like a honeycomb system. Honeycombs and Legos got together. You set the rifle, you put the first layer in, you put the rifle where you want, and then you just set things to make sure that your rifle doesn't move around. For my case, or cases, these are the... Sharky was asking, and I was like, you know, it's on the case, on the sticker on the case. Oh wow, really? I took that off. I think these are like 1750 or something like that cases. They're the big ones, like 54 or 55 inches. And the basic system is $160, and it basically comes with everything that you would need to put the first layer in and position it to hold any rifle that you have. Then they have accessory ones that would be for like magazines or ammo cases that you'd put in there, or a pistol or something like that. But Sharky, he's not gonna hear me say this. Sharky was right. A system like that, he goes, what I would do if I was you is I would get, he goes, if I could afford it, he goes, I would do the modular system for all of them. But if you can't, maybe you can use the guts out of 2 of them to get one of them specific for one rifle, and then use the other 2 for what you ever decide to take out to the range that day. Maybe it's the new rifle, you know, maybe it's the 24-inch. I mean, unfortunately for me, I have to be honest when I say I have fucked up the inserts on all 3 of the Pelican cases that I have. The scope changed on the JP, it changed on the Mosin, it changed on the... I had one of these actually built up for the 24-inch, but now I'd rather have a Pelican case for the bolt gun. But does it mean that I wouldn't, if I took 3 rifles with me, I wouldn't want them all positioned nicely in a Pelican case versus a soft case? Hell yeah. $160 for the insert. Is it expensive? Yes, it is. It's only a little bit more than buying new foam to get on the trail of screwing it up again. So before I would ever buy, Sharky, I can honestly say this, before I ever bought foam to replace one of these cases, I would definitely go with that system. Obviously, one of them for right now, so that if I decided to take the bolt gun, it's right. If I decided to take the JP, same case. You just move you just unplug it, move it into a different spot. It's perfect. Sharky, 1 hour 2 minutes. Miles, how does that 1911 look like a Beretta? Yes, it's black, so it matches your old service pistol, and that's where the similarities end. My God. Sharky, I didn't want to waste my time. We had already had a few, but you know, a Beretta, for instance, the slide is all lightning, so you see the barrel the whole way. It's rounded at the back. Yeah, they look nothing like each other. Sharky, SH, Auto Robbery, on to the next one. Sharky on the right one. Cheers, all catching up, part 2. Sharky, Delta 4, making sure. Yeah, That was the only other possible option, but as you will know by now, it is a miss. Sharky, your name spelt correctly on an unexpected package. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Sharky, SH. Laugh out loud. I'm quite sure our cat wouldn't mind offloading the outro. He won to me. Outro babe, he won to me. And last comment was Mr. Solar saying he is Latino. I don't know who he is, but let's check to see if we've 143 single malt whiskey. Hillrock. Is that 1806? Hillrock. Single malt. God, wow, it's aged almost 6 years. 48.2%. Okay. If I don't do this now, I have another book around here somewhere, but 143. Hillrock. Single malt whiskey. Spelt with an E. What did I say? I gave it a 9. I don't know, it's... Damn. Okay. Oh, and Hector's in the club. We'll see if he is. Single malt whiskey. Damn. Oh, Sharky. The gods of overtime have blessed us. I think I'm gonna have to leave 142 and 143 out as a reminder that they're both screaming "Drink me." Okay, thank you, Nighthap. That was very good. Actually, I guess I could have looked at what I sent him. So yeah, a 9. Angry Beaver. Bet she does. In the club, and the club is packed. Hector says, hey, yep, Eric, the ham sandwich head is making a new review, so I had to get in the club. Hello. Smile Money says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Smile Money. Rich says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Rich. Clyde, howdy do, clubbers, to the sunny slopes of long ago. Hashtag be like Ed and... Macho Biden! Macho Biden! Macho Biden! Poco says, so YouTube blocked a comment about my cat. On that note, I hear Twitter is going to start doing video. Really? Thank you to the club. Thank you to that outfit. I believe another CGI, but every now and then we're already pretending. Did any one of you think you were ever going to have a chance with the hell she get into my gummies? Okay. The light's green, the trap is clean. Cheers. Thank you for coming to the shit show, and